Ashe County Oral History Project, December the 19th, 1980. An interview with Dent, Pennington. Interview Clarice Weaver.
Churches.
So you
Communion table.
communion, you made communion tables.
Yeah. And I made a communion set for the charge,
The Methodist Church down here?
for the help charge. And then I made one for special for the church. And this, the one for the church down here, it's got 36 glasses, and the one I made for the charge is 72. It's a double deck one.
So you made that. Huh. Well, in your time, they used to have revivals, I guess, at every church, did
Yes, it is. Revivals, old timers preaching and shouting and singing. And we don't hear that anymore in our street. Some of the churches tonight, but there's a Methodist and some of the denominations you never hear of it, do you shout?
No.
But down here they used to shout. This helped the Methodist church down here. I never heard them shout. It happened. And the Greenwood Church too.
Did big crowds come out too?
Yeah, big crowds from the church. Old people were all faithful. That's lots of this church, Health Church, used to be just about filled all the time with revival meetings. And now they just don't have many. Don't many people go.
Did they come out by horseback or walk in those days?
Well, there was a horseback and buggies, and if they had a special day or something, there's wagons. Walked. A lot of people walked because it wasn't too far. We walked down to the church, down to the field. When the winter time, went there, rode there. And the Weavers, that's up there, Green Weaver. His family fought. He had several children, and they faithful church. And Luther Weaver lived down the road here. He had several children, and they was always gone. No.
They didn't stay away when it. I mean, they were very faithful.
Yes, they were.
Sometimes, when the weather gets bad, although we have automobiles, it was just too bad to go to church today.
We down to church on the street, cold wood, but we wouldn't miss, hardly ever miss, been used to.
Mm-hmm.
We usually go in the car.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't walk many times.
Mm-hmm. When back years.
Lenny never had sheep, never joined the church. So, after we married, we both joined together then.
At the Methodist. When they had a big revival, not only at the Methodist, but at the Baptists, and the Baptists immersed, didn't they?
Yeah.
They put them baptized in the creeks.
Yeah.
Methodists would too, I guess.
Yeah, they did. They wanted to do.
But did they have, did they baptize in wintertime too, or fall?
Yeah, wintertime. Great gosh, but missionary.
Is there? Did you ever go to a winter baptizing?
I don't believe I ever have. I don't believe I ever been to a wintertime. But I've done. We used to go to baptize, but it doesn't go to baptize.
And there'd be big crowds, I bet, wouldn't there?
Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people.
Let me ask you about this a meeting that the Big June, was the Big June meeting they had up here at Helton,
Yeah.
Sturgis.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be crowds from everywhere there.
Yes, they would be. Yeah. Wagons just to the burn, and people horseback. In fact, before they had automobiles, very many automobiles, might have been one or two ways.
Was that an association meeting or?
Yeah. And they had to foot wash it, Big day for the primitive Baptists.
Do they still have them?
Yeah, they do. I don't know for this year for this one up there or not, but this church up here don't have many members anymore. It's just about a thing of the past. But they have preaching up there once in a while. And I remember people used to go for miles to the associations. And you remember when they had to take out dinners and sell pop and watermelon?
Ice cream and more ice cream. Yeah, I do remember. I remember that. If I remember correctly, there would be. The church is very small. I mean, not real small, but it's what would it seat? 100 people? Or?
That's about 100.
You mentioned about we were talking about the association. Now, if I remember correctly, the church couldn't hold a tenth of the people there, because there'd be hundreds of people. And did it turn into something like almost family reunions or something like that?
more so.
And everybody went. And if I remember too, they'd have, there'd be someone would have a place where they sold ice cream. Another one would have a place where they sold the drinks. And
watermelons.
What else? I know there's some other stands there.
I don't know.
Watermelon. It seemed like they sold little paraphernalias, like these little birds that something like that.
One time there was a man over at this association over there, and he said it's a pity that all these people couldn't go to church somewhere. He forgot all about that in the church hall.
That's what they were there for?
Yeah.
Well, that just sort of died out, didn't it?
Yeah.
I know one year, in connection with that, they had airplane rides down in Will Sullivan's Bottom, didn't they?
Yeah. They had Rex Martin had a plane, and they had who was the boy pilot of the plane? Cricket boy. And Lewis and Harry wanted to be the first ones to go on the trip, and the plane didn't gain altitude, and it hit the top of the fence down there and nosed down. And that ended it. It didn't hurt them.
Didn't hurt
That didn't hurt them.
So the first trip
But
was...
it's a good thing that he hit the fence, because they wasn't going to get high enough to miss the mountain down there, and they'd had speed enough maybe to kill them.
Plowed right into it, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it didn't hurt them.
I guess that plane stayed over there for a little while, didn't
Yes,
it?
it did. It was right. Hung on the fence there for a while.
But it's at the meetings. I understand that that the association meetings around and everything like that. It was church related. People would go for miles and miles and miles to I guess to see and be.
They'd come up here to this church on Hilton from all over in Virginia, over around Jill Highway, over all in that area, Marion and everywhere over here.
And what? Just to see other people at this thing?
To see and to be seen.
I guess a lot of people saw their relatives maybe once a year at that.
Yeah.
Where they were coming in for it. But it must have been enormous must have took enormous amount of baking and cooking to.
Yeah, they really cooked a lot, the women did, getting ready for the association.
Well, another time the women had to cook a lot was when the thrashing machine come around.
Yeah.
Did you all raise a lot of rye and things that had?
We had oats and wheat. Didn't ever grow much rye. We had wheat. wheat and oats and threshing machine. Come.
Did he set up here, or did you take your stuff somewhere?
They trash it here, trash it here. Go from place to place, farm to farm.
With a team, did the team
They
pull?
had auctions right back then, steam outfit back when first began to have machinery to thrash with. The
And-
first was with the horses that on a tread machine, you know, run the thresher.
Is that right?
Yeah. They still used them in France when I was over there. I seen the thrashing, but
And the horses done
yeah, they on a there's on a treadle machine, and it's elevated. And of course, when they got on there, they'd have to walk. You know, that'd move, and they kept walking, and and that turn the wheels on the thresher and thrash the grain.
And
One
that-
horsepower, sure enough. Yeah.
poor horses. Well, that was, they used those here, those.
Yeah, they used to use.
Mhm. And then the ox,
So much of it, they failed it out, you know, they take a hickory stick and make a frail.
now what's a failer?
Well, it's a frail,
I think it's a
it's a
flail.
strong piece of wood, be about maybe as big around this arm here, not quite that big. Maybe 8 feet long, and they was about a 4 foot on the end of it where they beat it up with a hammer so it'd be limber, and then they just lay the grain down and then they just beat it up with that.
And that was called failing.
Yeah.
Well, I bet that took
Then
some
they had
time.
a fan that they blow this chaff out of the grain, clean it up.
Mhm. Use a straw for the ticking, the bed ticking, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't throw much away, did they?
No, they used the straw for the bed. And Linda's got a bed that fixed that away now. She don't sleep on it.
Just for nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Then next was the oxens and the steam.
Yeah.
I bet that was interesting to
They
see.
have 4 oxens to pull the steam engine, and then about 4 to pull the thrashing out the thrashing machine. And then I got to use some tractors then after that.
In the shop, you know, we were talking about your shop experience and your work in the shop. I'm sure you must have, your wife must have benefited by that in that you could make gadgets for the home that
Yeah.
other people had to wait till they were marketed for.
Yeah.
Did you ever make a washing machine or anything like that?
No,
Now, we were talking earlier about some of the things that, say, your mother or her mother might have used with the brooms. You said they made a hickory broom
Yeah.
for scrubbing
Yeah.
the floors. How did they make that hickory broom?
well, they just they got a limb about I'd say about 4 inches diameter, maybe a little bigger, and they just shave it down and keep splits. They turned them, it cut it off about 4 inches from the end. Yeah. And they'd turn all these splits down over that, and then they'd put a band around it to hold it in shape. And then they had their broom.
That's how to scrub the floor.
Scrub the floor. Most of the floors them days was just wide boards and they lie soap and scrub them and to shine.
Is that right?